afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, and today is Tuesday, March 19th. We have just finished dyeing the first round of Secret Gardens that came in over the weekend, so we have a steamer full of Secret Gardens.
Yes.
There are so many mini skeins in there right now because so many people bought mini skein sets. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you to everybody who purchased.
Yes, it was a bonza weekend, let me tell you. We had a lovely time listening to all those cha-chings.
Right.
It's always a happy weekend. But the first round is done. We're going to watch it tomorrow, and then it should go out hopefully Saturday or maybe Monday.
Yeah. End of the week, beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't even know what today is. Today's Tuesday. We just said so.
Monday? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Is it
Just
Tuesday? Yeah, no, because we're dying.
It's podcast.
We're podcast. It's Tuesday. Oh my goodness. You just have no idea what we have already done in this morning,
But
you know?
Actually, the last 2 days have just been, we have been getting stuff done.
Okay. Look, another order just came in. All right, so just a little bit of admin. The Secret Garden is all available and will be available for the next couple of months. We are doing it dye to order, so when you order it, then we dye it and send it out, unless you happen to be very, very lucky and we have it in stock.
Right.
But we're not dyeing up a lot of extras in any particular weight. We're waiting for orders to come in and then sending them out. Yesterday, April's Yarn Clubs went live, so that if you are one of the ones that likes to get our yarn clubs as a mystery, you have this week to purchase them.
Right.
So we have the Denizens of the Hollow, which are the creatures, real and imagined, that we think live here. We have our Disney Club, and we have our favorite books, which are books that we find beautiful covers to go with them, or books that we have loved.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, those are live and can be pre-ordered now through the 24th. Then we're going to close down those listings and dye those, and those will go out the first week in April.
Right.
Okay.
Which is quickly approaching.
I know, fast approaching.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's all very exciting.
I know, because spring is coming.
Yes. I will have a yard update video coming out later this week. The daffodils are just bursting.
Oh, they're so pretty.
And some issues with some rat bastard deer, but it'll all be in that. So yeah, it's like we're live and people are listening to us.
I know. However, before April comes, we have a visit from the nephews next week coming up, which is
exciting.
Very exciting. So we can't wait to see them. We have been warned that it's going to be game centric because they're coming with their games.
And they are looking forward to playing and trouncing their ants.
Yes. So, I mean, I downloaded Plants vs. Zombies onto my phone so that I would know what to talk to them about. I have a feeling me being on level 10 is not going to impress anyone.
I made it to the night version.
Don't think this is going to impress anyone. However, I do know what they're talking about somewhat.
Yeah.
So, and they can tell me what I should be doing first. Do I buy sunflowers? Do I put in the plants? What do I do first? They will tell me and let me know.
With
in a
great
way,
derision, I'm sure.
I was going to say in a way that only a 9-year-old can. All right. So I think that's it admin wise, right?
Yeah, it's just the new collection and then the April clubs. So,
Yes.
and the April clubs is a time sensitive one.
Okay. We are going to be showing you some of the yarns from the new collection and what we're making with them, showing you some progress on that so you can see them knit up, so you'll have an idea of what we're talking about.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Also, there were pictures at the beginning of the video.
Okay. There you go. Look. Hey. Before we get on to that, we got a box jam-packed full of beautiful happy mail from Yolanda. Thank you so much.
Oh, we opened it this morning. It came late yesterday, so we opened it up this morning. And it just, as Mary Beth said, you brightened our day.
Absolutely.
And sparked our creativity, because it's just a box full of crafty goodness that she made for us. So
I mean, it is amazing what she works with and how we're going to show you some of them. We're not going to show you everything because, I mean, it was jam-packed.
Right.
But we're going to show you a couple of them. This one I am so enchanted with. She took a paintbrush, dipped it in white paint, and let it dry, and then covered it with some fabric and some paint and she made a beard, a mustache, and look at this gnome. Honestly, that is one of the cutest things.
I didn't get to know.
Using a paintbrush.
Yep.
That is so cute.
And doable.
Yes. And then for Easter, she sent us little wooden eggs that she had Mod Podged.
She painted some of them. She Mod Podged some of them.
Look at these. Honestly,
little teddy bears for me.
I have Mary Englebright. I recognize that birdhouse and the cherries. I mean, these are the cutest things. Look.
And I think they're little wooden eggs that she worked with.
It's such a great idea.
Yeah. And there were a lot more of these.
Yeah. So we're going to put those out. We have a small ledge in our kitchen, and these are going to be absolutely perfect going along the ledge. It's going to be so pretty. And then she had a couple of these blocks that she made.
Look at these. Oh my God.
Wait. Look at him peeking out the mouse hole on the back. I mean, come on. And then we have bookmarks. It's a book full of bookmarks.
Big fat bookmarks.
These are just beautiful.
Really makes me want to play with paper. And there's the Alice.
I mean, she started with a board, like a cardboard board, and then she put envelopes on them, Mod Podge the envelopes, and put stuff on top of the envelopes. I mean, this is just so creative. And it's an absolutely fantastic way to store your bookmarks.
Yeah.
Because you can just put it in the bookcase next to your books. And when you pull your book,
and
you pull a bookmark to go with it.
You always need a bookmark.
Always.
I'm using a little picture right now.
I am very deathly against folding down pages.
Oh, I just realized. There's an M and an H.
Oh my God. Oh, what one is mine?
It's a sunflower.
Oh, okay. With the B. Oh, cool.
And it's mine.
Oh my God.
And I get a giant sunflower.
These are recipe cards that she has done all sorts of lovely things to. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It really is. Her attention to detail is amazing. Because wait till you see. She sent us the denizens of the hollow. In one of these, I have to look it up.
The
Russian dolls.
So we have a fox. Into a raccoon.
Matryoshka dolls.
Goes into a pigeon. Line it up. Little bunny rabbit. This is a possum.
I think so.
With the tail, of course. Just so fantastic. This will just sit on a shelf. It's perfect.
Yes.
Because we love to have little knickknacks that just you wander around. And you're like, oh, what's that? What's that? Ooh, look.
Yeah.
nesting dolls.
And I mean, I have a feeling that Declan is going to love these.
Yeah.
Opening them up and seeing what's inside, I really think he's going to love them. So it's perfect for him. And even more perfect for me because
Raccoon
I adore them.
with his tail.
And she painted these.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
Raccoon. Fox. His tail.
So Yolanda, if you do these and you've got a shop, please let us know because, I mean, if you do them for sale, let us know so that we can put your shop up so that we can let people know where to go. They're fantastic. And I am so
And we can't wait to take the little
them.
pieces and just place them all over
I
the
know.
castle.
It's
little nooks and
perfect.
crannies. So,
Absolutely perfect. I said to Helen, you know, we're talking about how we want to have all these little things that we find, and these are the perfect things to put in. So thank you so much. So I'm going to put these away. So how many do you have to show?
3.
Okay, so do I. What do you want to start with?
I'll do the blanket I started.
Okay.
So, we were doing our annual cleaning of the house the other day. And we were moving things around, and we have a lot of yarn ends, whether they're leftover mini skeins, leftover from projects, that kind of thing. So I thought, you know what? I need to start something new to start using these up because they're starting to take over. And so I was looking all over for blankets. I fell down a mosaic crochet blanket rabbit hole, which will not use yarn ends, but I found a whole bunch of mosaic crochet blankets I want to do because, you know, I'm a master crocheter. Why can't I do mosaic crochet?
Why not?
There were Winnie the Pooh ones. There's a library one with a butterfly on it that Mary Beth and I both fell in love with. And then the next day I saw that Carol put it up on Instagram.
Oh, did she? There's one that has the mandala that's just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. I didn't fall down on any of those. I found it's the Huga burst blanket. Picture here. And so I picked out 4 skeins that I think go really well together, and I'm just going to make up a bunch of squares in them until I run out of them, and then I'll pick 4 more that go with these. So it's just going to be a total scrappy blanket. And I have to do up 80 of these squares, and then I will find my background color, and I'll do a couple rounds around that and then join them as I go.
Okay.
So I just have to get all the 80 done. So I don't even know what all these colors are. I know this one is Mowage. The pink is Mowage. The center is the White Rabbit. I think this was the one that went with I Can't Go Back to Yesterday. That was a different person.
I was a different person then? Okay.
Yeah, I think that might be that one is.
Okay. What's the 4th color?
It's a green and blue. It's this one.
Green and blue. I got nothing.
Yeah, so I don't know what these colors are. I just reached in the bag. I was picking 4 colors that I liked that went together. And now I'm doing them in different variations. So I have 6 of my 80 crocheted up. Our sister number 3 came Saturday for the day. And this was the perfect little thing while we were sitting and chatting.
Right.
For me to work on. So it's going to be just, as I go along, if I feel like crocheting up a square, I'll crochet up a square.
Okay.
And it's just a great way to eat up our yarn.
Yeah.
Bits. A lot of these were half to probably 2/3 skeins, so I'm going to get a lot of squares out of these 4 colors.
Okay.
I'll have to replace the green before I replace anything else, but
all right.
I just think they're so pretty.
They are.
And then we have I think we have a bunch of the Dormouse.
Yes.
Which I think I'll probably use that as the background.
Dormouse, New Jersey Beaches, I think they're both in there.
Yeah.
And they could intertwine.
Right, so that it'll be kind of the background will probably be a mishmash too of just neutral colors. I really enjoy making them. It's a circle with double crochets, and you've got puffs. The pattern is free. Then crochet cluster, double crochet clusters, and then you turn it, these are all a circle, and then you turn it into the square on the last round.
Okay.
So practicing my crochet.
Very cool.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I love the way the colors go together.
Right.
So we have to find more.
They're very blendy.
Yeah. I wonder if we have any, what was the fairy, the pink fairy? We had the willow fairy, and it was the one that used mauve that we couldn't keep in stock.
Oh. Not the elderberry, that was darker.
Right, one of those. Anyway, I wonder if we have any of those, because I think that would go very well with those too.
Also the Forest Santa ones, the pink and the...
Oh, the...
not the Forest
Christmas
Santa.
at the Hollow?
No, was it Christmas at the Hollow?
It was the mittens.
Yeah, and the woolly socks. And
the woolly socks, yeah.
But the...
and the icy blue would
the
go
icy
too.
blue and the pink would work right here. So
anyway, we digress.
Yes. So yeah, this is just a new fun thing I started.
It's a great thing to do when you just need something quick to work with your hands.
I did one up yesterday. We were watching an episode of The Good Wife while we ate lunch. I finished eating, and I did one while we were finishing the episode.
Oh, cool.
So,
okay. All right.
And it's very portable too. So, you know, in the car, at the doctor's office, that kind of thing. You just can pull them out and
just whip up one without even thinking. All right. I have in my Women Are the Guardians of Humanity, this is going back a ways, bag. I'm working on my cross stitch that is There Is No Planet B. It's by Clouds Factory, and Helen's going to put a picture here. And I brought it to show just because...
You've gotten a lot done.
I've gotten quite a bit done. So here we go. I finished my puffin, adding in the baby puffin. I got my greens back. So I finished up There Is No, and Planet B is going to be in blues. And then I have started an owl. So that's how it looks right now.
It's so fantastic.
I love working on this. I really do. I'm having such a good time doing this. So I am going to continue working on this.
I love the blending of the greens and the word.
I know, it looks really, really pretty. So I am, when March is over and we're picking numbers for WIPGO for April, guess what? For the third month in a row, I'm going to continue working on the one thing because I'm just really, really enjoying it.
Well, that's the point of the whole thing. So,
yeah.
You know what? As long as you're enjoying it, then...
So I'm gonna keep going with that because I really want to get it done. I love the whole saying, the whole idea of it, and I'm just having such a blast stitching everything. Yeah. So it's really working out well.
I have been working on my Haid, but you can't even see the progress. I've done several hundred stitches, but when I finish a page, I will show.
Okay. All right. Let's get on to projects with the new yarns.
Okay.
Because we each have 2 that we're working on, and we're going to show you a little bit of progress. We showed them to you for the first time on Friday's podcast, but just in case you weren't here for that one, you get to see them now.
Right. Okay, I will start with my Emerson pullover because I have made no progress since Friday. But this is a worsted weight, Aran weight. It's an Aran weight sweater. It's a boxy sweater with very interesting construction. You do one side of the back first, and then you do the second side of the back, then you join them and do a whole bunch, and then you pick up stitches along the shoulder for the front, do the front left, then the front right, and then join them, which is where I am. I have joined the fronts together. My needles are stuck. Okay. So this is just going to be this great big huge boxy, comfy, squishy sweater that I kind of envision being like an outdoor sweater.
Okay.
You know, early spring, late fall. You don't want the winter coat quite yet, but you throw on
A sweater, yeah.
sweater over whatever you're wearing. And it'll just be that kind of thing. Or if it gets really cold in the castle, it'll work there too.
Right.
Because that is also a possibility. But it's just, it's called a half brioche stitch. So you only brioche one way, and then you do the setup row the other way. So you don't get quite a brioche, but it's got the squishy.
What color are you doing it in?
Oh, I suppose that's important. I'm doing it in Whims of Wisteria, which is the purple. It's got the speckles. So this is in our sweater toad.
It looks fantastic. It really
Really
does.
fun to knit. I was a little daunted by the whole construction of it when I was reading the pattern ahead of time. But as you're going along, it all makes sense. The biggest thing is when you do one side, she has you just push them down the cable because you're knitting flat, and you just leave them on the same needle that you're knitting the second side with. And if you don't pay attention, you could have it backwards. So you're stitching, because you have to join them. So you have to make sure everybody's going the same way.
Right. Okay.
So there were a couple times where I had to take it out and restart, but not a big deal.
Okay.
So new construction for me. So learning new things.
Cool. Very
new
cool.
stitch for me.
And it's beautiful. It's really knitting up beautifully.
So, and if you don't like that stitch, this is the back, which looks more like a regular stockinette.
Okay. I am working on the Mount Juliet shawl by Helen Stewart. She is doing hers in 2 different colors. I'm doing mine in 5.
God, it's so pretty.
So this is how it is going so far. I'm using 5 of the 6 colors from our collection. It has 9 of the pink sections and 8 of the others, so I could only do 4 colors if I wanted to have exactly 2 of each. So the pink is Rambling Roses, the white is Field of Wildflowers, the purple is Whims of Wisteria, the yellow is Hidden Entrances, and the green is Weeping Willows. And this, if you could hold that please, is where I am right now. You start down here and you just build and build and build.
It's so
this
cool.
section, well actually, this section is the same in between, and these are all the same. So the pattern is really easy to follow and memorize so that when you're doing that particular section, you know exactly what you're doing. I just finished up this section here, the second yellow. So I'm going to add my pink back in and do the next pink in between, and then I'll do the purple and then a section of the white and then wind up with the pink, and it will be finished. So I am at about 55% done.
Because you're just getting wider and wider.
I am getting wider and wider. This is a asymmetrical triangle shaped shawl, sail shaped shawl. But I love it. I think the colors look so beautiful together, and I just love the way it's turning out.
It's beautiful.
It really is. One of these days I may actually do what Helen Stewart does and, only use 2 colors, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Because I do these things and I think, I'm going to do this with the collection, and then I can't pick which colors I'm going to do, so I do it with all of them.
Well, I mean, she makes it very easy for you to, break it up.
Right.
So
yeah, no, it's perfectly easy. So this is how it looks so far. It's the Mount Juliet shawl, and it's just stunning. It really is.
Yeah.
And it's fun to knit.
And it's delicate and Helen Stewart-y.
Yes, I love her shawls. So it's going to be really beautiful when it's done. shall I show the balls so you can see what they look like caked
Yeah.
up? All right, so that's the yellow. Here's the pink.
You gonna have enough?
Here's the green. We have another pink if I need it.
Oh no, I know. I'm just.
Here's the
wondering
purple.
What the?
And oh, got a man down. Here's the white. Okay.
With Weeping Willow, which
With
is now
Weeping Willow.
across the room.
Okay.
My other project, I am using the Hidden Entrance in DK, and it is I'm knitting up the pearl strings sweater. I'm on a 32-inch cord cable for my needles, so it's all scrunched. But I have split for my sleeves, and I am now working down the body, which is going to be all this pattern here. So you've got a block of stockinette, then a textured row and a couple rows, and then the block of stockinette. So that's the body of the sweater. So I just keep going until I get my length.
It is so beautiful.
It is. It's such a pretty sweater.
I love that color so much. It's just a buttery yellow.
Yeah. And I think I will probably go with the shorter sleeves as opposed to the longer ones. Just because that's what grabbed me, other than the texture of the sweater, but that the shorter sleeves, the idea of the shorter sleeve sweater got my attention. So.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
And I say it all the time, but I love knitting with our DK yarn.
Yeah.
It's my favorite yarn to knit with. It's just, and it's so pretty. I'm hoping the yellow is coming out. It looks very brown.
I don't think so. I
It
think
looks very dark. I think I had us come up here because I thought it was going to be lighter.
I know it does seem to be a little bit darker, but it's hopefully it will show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should find the progress creeper and put it on.
Oh, okay. We have a whole bunch of them downstairs.
Yeah, it's just remembering to do it.
All right. The last color that we didn't show you caked up is the Wandering Paths, and that is the blue, and that is what that looks like. And my last project is the Knitting at the Library cowl by Corey Eichelberger, who is I Rock Knits, and I am doing this in all 6 colors of the collection.
It looks like an Easter egg.
Here's the blue down here, then the yellow, the purple, the pink, and the white, and I'm going to wind up with the green. I have maybe 2-3 more rows of the white, and then I go into the green and wind up with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I wind up with my last one.
The green is going to be the rip. Or is there a section after that?
So the green will be the ribbing at the top, and then it will be all finished. You can definitely do this with a mini skein set. When I did this the first time, I took mini skeins and then I did whatever section I was doing. I did it till I ran out of the mini skein, so I did the entire thing. The pattern doesn't call for that much yarn. My sections wound up being quite a bit thicker, each section.
So you're doing it to pattern.
I am doing it to
because
pattern,
you're not
yeah.
using minis.
Right.
Okay.
I'm using full-size skeins for this one, but because I'm working on it hand in hand with my shawl, the Mount Juliet shawl. So the yarn that I'm using for that, I'm also using for this, so the mini skeins wouldn't work.
Right.
But if you get the mini skein collection, this is a great shawl to do with it, or a great cowl to do with it. And you can either follow it to the pattern, and when the pattern says finished, you're finished that section, just save the rest of the yarn, or you can keep doing the pattern until you run out of the mini and then start up the next one.
Or you can save your minis and do the knitting at the library part deux.
Right, because there's another one that is part deux that is all lace stitches.
Right.
And I had a ball making that one too. Great mini skein collection project. And it looks so pretty.
It really does.
It's going to be such a nice, fun,
Spring
colored one that's perfect for, as we said, the beginning of spring. When it's a little bit chilly out and you want something around your neck, but you don't need a great big scarf.
Right.
These cowls are amazing. And you don't even realize you're using them, you're wearing them, because it's all fingering weight yarn. So it's so light and lovely. You just put it on and...
Right. It doesn't grab you or anything. It's
no.
not like,
yeah, I forget that I have it on until I take it off, and then my throat is cold. So poor Hugo had to go to the vet yesterday.
He's just getting hot spots. So he has to go and get a steroid shot and get shaved, and then
we have to spray him
leaving the room.
He just licks himself to
Yeah.
the point where he's got little hot spots going. So we have to keep an eye on that. And our vet is up to date on everything and knows, she's been following along with it. So
Yeah.
we're not sure if it's a food allergy or he's missing Drusilla, because she said since it started since then, it could be that.
Right. Just an anxiety over Drew. Her pushes that we get Hugo a friend right now.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'm kind of leaning that way, that maybe he needs a friend. So we shall see.
Right.
But yeah. So poor Hugo had to go to the vet yesterday. It was just not a good day.
He kept going at it yesterday, and we have a donut that we got to put around his, so he wouldn't have to have the whole cone of shame. He was out of the donut before I turned my back, so we may have to go get a cone of shame.
We will see. Hopefully,
He's
hopefully
pretty
it's
good
getting
if
better.
we're paying attention to him and we tell him to stop. He does stop.
And hopefully it's healing itself.
Right.
So that it will.
It looks much better than it did yesterday, because once she shaved him, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So,
So it's just, he's an anxious dog. It's one of those things we have to keep an eye on. But if you are in the area, Wishing Well Hospital is, they are the best hospital that I have been to.
yeah.
The people there are so very kind and nice and just perfect for your dog's needs.
Just in handling Drew, that was
Yes.
just perfect. So
It was. Anyway.
before we start crying.
Right. So, I think that's it.
Yes.
I think that is pretty much it.
We'll be back on Friday with our live.
So, it looks like we may be doing yarn pairings on Friday. So, if you have a yarn that you want to know what would look good with it, leave us a comment down below and we will try and match it up with some other things. And
so we're going to have a couple patterns with some suggestions for yarns to use with them. It will be very Secret Garden centric, because that's what's new and shiny right now.
that's what we're pushing here.
Why we're all here, people.
Anyway, but
we're going to look up some crochet ones. A couple people have left me suggestions of crochet designers and shawls, so that we'll have a couple of those. But go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we had a couple people who asked us if we could share the conversation that goes on in the comments during the live broadcast. And we're trying to figure out how to do that, but as of right now, we don't know how to do it.
I'm pretty sure I have to set it up before we start streaming, and so that I can't do it after the fact.
Okay.
So we'll try and set it up this time around so that we can add it to the comments.
Okay.
Or
I
to
was
the
going to
show
say
notes.
the best way to get that is to make sure you're there for the live podcast, because that's the best way to see what's going on. Because we did mention a bunch of patterns and things like that and put the links into the comments, and once the chat was gone, the links
the
were
live
gone.
the live comments are gone. So,
Yeah. So anyway,
but I did look up trying to get it after the fact, and it looked like I couldn't do it after the fact, that I can record it essentially as we're going, but I just have to figure it out.
Okay, so we will try and get that ready for Fridays.
Right.
Okay. All right. I think that's just about it. I think we are off to feed everybody lunch, and then Helen gets to do her editing magic, and I get to pack orders,
Right.
which is always fun. So we hope you guys have a great rest of the week.
Go forth and create.
And we will see you on Friday live with yarn pairings.
Right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.